afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Live at 4 on this fake Monday.
I know. I know.
It's Tuesday.
It's kind of messed up, but yet a lovely day because kids went back to school. My summer vacation can now begin.
Your kids specifically.
My kids specifically.
Hope you had a great holiday weekend, everybody.
Yeah,
spend it inside.
Get ready for school.
Get ready. You're ready. All right. Susan continues on family leave, by the way. Keeping you up to date on that. Typing our news today, we have an alert day for the next hour. I guess it's an alert hour. Heat indices are in the 90s in some parts of our viewing area.
One more hour. And Jill Biden has COVID for the second time, and she ends up missing the first day of school at her local community college.
She's a teacher there.
Yes.
And Madison Mayor Sacha Rose Conway has unveiled the capital budget. We've got a breakdown of the important points. Let's take a look outside. Clouds today helped keep the temps down a little bit. What's this guy doing?
It was tolerable. Fishing.
Fishing? Mm-hmm. Biking?
It's what you do.
Much cooler. Much nicer as well. Greg is in the backyard. The end of the 90s for a while.
Hopefully that is the case as we enter September, but you're right. Alert day just in the fact just we have hot and muggy conditions, real warm and muggy conditions, but like you said, the temperature has kept down due to cloud cover. So although we still got some heat indices up to the 90s this evening, everything is going to be dropping off pretty quickly. Heat advisory to the northward Crawford goes till 6. They're up in that area. They've had heat indices at or above 100, but that's only for a couple more hours. Overall temperatures mid-80s, and we've had a few areas get up to the 90s briefly, 90 in Boscobel, but then they've come down a little bit just with cloud cover. But the one thing you'll notice as the dew point has come up, and that has allowed the heat index to be a little bit warmer than what we've had into the temperature wise, but right now we're seeing a few 70 dew points out there, and that's why it definitely feels much more muggy, because we do have a system coming up to the northwest that'll improve some showers and thunderstorms, but it will take a little bit of time. So this evening we're not expecting much in the way of anything until 9 or 10, a few showers, and then more after midnight, but definitely will be a muggy evening as dew points stay up there. Overnight it'll still be muggy as you wake up, but that's really the last thing we'll do. We'll break down what to expect with that severe thunderstorm watch, and we'll get any of those strong storms up to the northwest. And even better news, we kind of skipped there a little bit. Better news is, yes, the temperatures are coming down to be more fall-like, so we'll break down what that looks like and how long this fall-like actually temperatures will last a bit later in the broadcast.
And hopefully we'll get some rain tonight. We need it.
Hopefully a little bit, yes.
All right, Greg, thank you. Well, Labor Day has passed and school is underway for kids in Madison.
And we are coming off of a heat wave that has overshadowed the start of the school year. Jalen Banks joins us now with how MMSD is prepared to keep students and staff cool.
Hey guys, a little bit of a switcheroo here with Greg, but as our alert day is wrapping up, heat could continue to be an issue in the early parts of the school year for MMSD. And here's how the district has prepped to make sure that students and staff can stay cool. School is back in session for kids in Madison.
We were good getting ready, and then the second he walked towards that door, it was just all the tears.
Very excited but anxious to make sure that they have a successful school year.
And for some families, the start of the school year is the beginning of a new adventure.
It's a big change, but you know, we went from daycare to kindergarten, but it's all new, but we're excited.
What is not new or exciting are hot temperatures Southern Wisconsin is seeing to start the school year. MMSD, however, is prepared.
But what we do have is what we call our cooling stations. Those are going to be places within our buildings where students are able to rotate in and out of those spaces to stay cool.
Students and staff will also have unlimited access to water throughout the day, among other ways to stay cool, such as fans in every classroom and staff monitoring for heat stroke and exhaustion. As for today and the rest of the school year, staying positive is key.
Students are excited to meet their teachers, to see their friends who they haven't seen over the course of the year. But then around week 3, that kind of dies down. Hold on to that excitement to get you through the year.
Thankfully, we are seeing a bit of a cool down, but the district still encourages families to dress their kids in lighter clothing and provide them with their own water bottle.
It's still going to be warm, just not 90s. Jalen, thank you. Madison police said that a UW student who was attacked downtown early Sunday morning was physically and sexually assaulted. A woman who police said is in her 20s was found with severe injuries Sunday just after 3:15 a.m. between West Wilson and Bedford Streets. She was taken to the hospital in critical condition, but police say today that she's expected to survive. No arrests have been made as of early this afternoon, and police recommended that residents not walk alone in the area, especially at night.
Today, Madison Mayor Satya Rhodes Conway unveiled her 2024 executive capital budget, touting big investments in the city's south side. Speaking at the Urban League's new Black Business Hub, Rhodes Conway said the new budget will help bring a vision developed by the city and Southside residents into reality. The vision includes over $27 million for new housing, economic development initiatives, and a new fire station near the intersection of Badger Road and Park Street.
We want people to feel welcomed. We want people to feel safe and like this is a center of activity because there is a lot going on.
The new budget would boost funds for affordable housing by 60% over 4 years, add nearly $20 million over 6 years for buyers to purchase and refurbish aging homes, and give property tax relief to senior citizens so they can stay in their homes. The budget also funds flood prevention systems citywide, as well as PFAS mitigation in Madison's drinking water. This budget also includes using federal funds secured through the bipartisan federal infrastructure law to rebuild bridges along John Nolan Drive.
The Wisconsin State Patrol is set to have added traffic enforcement across the state for the rest of the week. Pilots will be in the air over I-39 in Marquette County tomorrow, I-94 in Waukesha County on Thursday, I-39 in Portage County on Friday, and US 10 in Wapaka County on Sunday. Well, First Lady Jill Biden has tested positive for COVID-19.
It's her second time battling the coronavirus, and her age puts her at higher risk for residual ailments.
As CBS's Skylar Henry reports, President Biden continues to get tested.
First Lady Jill Biden is battling COVID-19 for the second time. At 72 years old, her age puts her at higher risk for serious COVID illness. She's staying at the family vacation home in Rehoboth Beach as a precaution.
The First Lady is experiencing mild symptoms and will remain in Delaware for the week.
I hope my students welcome me like that on Tuesday.
The First Lady is also missing the first day of school, teaching at a local community college.
I teach English. I teach at Nova.
Aides say she'll be temporarily replaced with substitutes. Her diagnosis comes at a time when COVID cases are ticking up in the U.S. According to the CDC, hospitalizations were up almost 19% in 1 week last month. President Biden has so far tested negative and continues to test frequently as he prepares for a trip overseas.
He will be masking while indoors and around people. In alignment with CDC guidance, the president will remove his mask when sufficiently distanced from others indoors and while outside as well.
The president is set to travel to India to meet with G20 partners later this week, followed by a stop in Vietnam. Heading into the fall season, doctors are advising eligible people to get the new COVID shot.
We have every expectation that the new booster, which will become available in mid-September, should provide protection against severe disease caused by these variants going forward.
High-risk individuals may want to consider regularly wearing masks again. Skylar Henry, CBS News, Washington.
A historic impeachment trial is now underway in Austin, Texas, involving State Attorney General and Trump ally Ken Paxton. The influential Texas Republican faces 16 articles of impeachment related to allegations of bribery, dereliction of duty, and disregard of official duty following a vote in the GOP-controlled House in May. On the first day of the trial, the first witnesses in the case were sworn in, and attorneys on both sides presented opening arguments.
Mr. Paxton has been entrusted with great power. Unfortunately, rather than rise to the occasion, he has revealed his true character. And as the overwhelming evidence will show, he is not fit to be the Attorney General for the state of Texas.
When we are done, I believe that no matter your party affiliation, and no matter where you stand now, you will conclude what I have concluded, that there is nothing to this. This whole case is a whole lot of nothing.
Paxton denies the allegations against him. If all 12 Democrats vote to remove him from office, 9 Republican votes would still be needed.
Thousands of Florida Keys residents and visitors gathered on Key West Duval Street late Sunday afternoon for a march honoring internationally acclaimed singer-songwriter Jimmy Buffett, who passed away Friday at 76.
If you think about Key West and you think about the Florida Keys, it's Jimmy Buffett. I don't care who you mention that to. Any person walking down the street here, ask them how they wound up here, they'll mention Jimmy Buffett.
March participants, some sporting the flower lace and offbeat headgear favored by Buffett's Parrot Head fans, traveled up Duval to the Margaritaville store and cafe launched by the singer in the 1980s. There they sang his anthemic Margaritaville, led by Florida Keys musician Howard Livingston.
Jimmy Buffett is Key West.
He is, yes.
Absolutely. Well, a lot of people went to the movies over the long, hot holiday weekend.
Our Will Loper has the numbers for us when Live at 4 continues.
Join Ortho Teen Clinic's Dr. Ashish M. Raval on September 14th to learn about the causes of shoulder pain and pain relief options. To register for the free educational talk, visit stoughtonhealth.com and click on Classes and Events.
Fry Construction invites you to usher in the fall season with our exclusive fall sale. We're talking about savings of 23%. Many of your neighbors already know how we strive to meet and exceed expectations with each and every project. That's why they voted us Best Roofer 3 years in a row. Experience the best of Madison for yourself with Fry Construction. Get on board for our fall savings. Save 23% off gutters with any full roofing project. Schedule your consultation today at fryconstruction.com.
These are the faces that smile so wide at the friends and staff who are by their side, where life is lived with a feeling of pride on every bump of life's great ride that comes from the care that sweetens the air that lives in the house that angels built. Attic Angel Community, independent homes and 4 levels of assisted living built with the help of angels.
For 46 years straight, more of you have trusted Ford F-Series trucks to help save the day. Stretch the weekend, haul, or tow. Just about anything, anywhere. That's because they're built Ford tough. And it's why Ford F-Series are America's best-selling trucks 46 years straight. And for that, we thank you. Because this isn't just about our capability, it's about yours.
Postmenopausal women with HR-positive, HER2-negative metastatic breast cancer are living longer with Kisqali. So long live family time, long live dreams, and long live you. Kisqali is a pill proven to help women live longer when taken with an aromatase inhibitor. And Kisqali helps preserve quality of life, so you're not just living, you're living well. Kisqali can cause lung problems or an abnormal heartbeat, which can lead to death. It can cause serious skin reactions, liver problems, and low white blood cell counts that may result in severe infections. Avoid grapefruit during treatment. Tell your doctor right away if you have new or worsening symptoms, including breathing problems, cough, chest pain, a change in your heartbeat, dizziness, yellowing of the skin or eyes, dark urine, tiredness, loss of appetite, abdomen pain, bleeding, bruising, fever, chills, or other symptoms of an infection, a severe or worsening rash, or plan to become pregnant or breastfeeding. Long live hugs and kisses. Ask about Kisqali, and long live life.
Join Ortho Teen Clinic's Dr. Ashish M. Raval on September 14th to learn about the causes of shoulder pain and pain relief options. To register for the free educational talk, visit stoughtonhealth.com and click on Classes and Events.
You're watching News 3 Now, live at 4.
Well, welcome back. Some of us may be ready for cooler weather, but it's going to feel like summer for at least the next couple of weeks.
So you need to try to keep your frustration in check. Studies show heat may exacerbate bad behavior. Researchers looking for a correlation between high temperatures and anger randomly assigned 2,000 college students in California and Kenya to play video games in either a hot room or a temperate one. They found that some of the students in the hot room in Kenya became consistently more aggressive in their gameplay than those who were in the moderate room. One of the co-authors of the study noted heat didn't seem to change the students' behavior, though, in Berkeley.
That's another story altogether.
Yes, it is.
The Rolling Stones are set to release new music. It'll be the Stones' first studio album since 2005. The legendary rock band recently teased the new record in a British newspaper. The new album is titled Hackney Diamonds. It'll include music the band made with drummer Charlie Watts before his death in 2021. One track will also feature Paul McCartney playing bass. Tomorrow, Mick Jagger, Keith Richards, and Ronnie Wood will do an interview with Jimmy Fallon in London. The interview will live stream on YouTube. Well, Americans have traveled in record numbers over the summer.
But even though it's still hot and the leaves haven't started to change color yet, experts say it may already be time to book your next big trip. Just as that record-breaking summer travel season is ending, it is time to start watching for holiday travel deals. You're going to want to book both Christmas and Thanksgiving by October 14th. Airfares have been on the decline, falling 11 of the last 14 months. Hopper says domestic flights average $226 round trip for Labor Day. That's down 11% from last year and down 20% from 2019. Flights to Europe are coming in around $1,130. That is down from last year, but it is up from 2019.
This holiday season, we are expecting the international airfare will remain higher than pre-pandemic levels. So for those travelers who typically do an international getaway over the holidays, we might recommend looking at domestic or more regional routes that are going to be a bit less expensive.
When hunting for the best deals, experts recommend flexibility on the days you travel and the destination. Avoid booking on traditionally busy days and consider checking other nearby airports.
Fly to Europe on Thanksgiving Day. There's nobody on the plane because it's not Thanksgiving in Europe. After 2 weeks of gains, stocks closed lower to kick off a holiday-shortened week. The Dow Industrials lost 195 points. The Nasdaq was off 10. The S&P 500 gave up 18. It was a long holiday weekend at the box office, and a familiar face takes over the #1 spot at the box office.
Here's film critic Will Loper with the numbers and reviews in the Loper Report.
Hey, Mark and Charlotte. Denzel Washington proves he's still got box office power, with The Equalizer 3 opening to #1 this past weekend with $34.5 million and nabbing the second best Labor Day opening weekend ever. But does the film itself pack a punch?
9 seconds. That's what I'll give you to decide your fate.
Denzel returns as Robert McCall, a former defense intelligence worker, who we first met in The Equalizer in 2014, directed by Antoine Fuqua.
You didn't take out 5 pimps. You took out the East Coast hub of the Russian mafia.
Denzel would return in the less well-received sequel in 2018.
They're going to war with me.
This time around, the character who is known for being able to dispatch a large amount of bad guys, no matter the odds, is in Italy when he gets shot.
Seem like a man who understands violence.
As he recovers, he begins to befriend the people of a small Italian village.
Because of these people, I'm beginning to understand real people. And I'm starting to believe this is where I'm supposed to be.
That is until the mafia gets in his way, and Robert has to kick butt.
Should stay out of other people's business. Whatever it is you and your friends do it somewhere else.
This film focuses less on the action and is more of a slow burn, as we see Robert McCall take his time to recover and calculate his moves against the mob.
You warning me? I'm preparing.
Although it would have been nice to have a little more action, a grander finale, and more Dakota Fanning, it's hard to deny Denzel's star power and ability to command the screen. The Equalizer 3 is worth seeing, but maybe wait until it's at home to rent.
9 seconds.
Over on streaming services, newly streaming on Netflix Wednesday is the show Predators.
In South America, puma numbers are booming. But more cats means more competition.
Tom Hardy narrates the series featuring nature's hunters. On Netflix Thursday is the 5th season of the drama series Virgin River.
Jack.
That's Virgin River.
Real heroes are the ones with the courage to do what's right, to walk toward the things most people would run away from.
And newly streaming on Disney Plus Wednesday is a 2nd season of I Am Groot. Watch everyone's favorite talking tree get up to more hijinks. For Live at 4, I'm Will Loper.
Big Groot.
There's a lot happening.
Lots going on, that's for sure. Well, we all know that a lot of kids spend way too much time looking at screens.
Oh, no kidding. Well, I'll tell you what the Chinese are doing to reduce screen time for young eyes coming up after Greg's much cooler forecast.
comfortably with brands you can trust at Wanakee Furniture ETC. Create a unique and stylish room with made-in-the-USA products from companies like Smith Brothers of Bern. Select from a wide variety of sofas at a great price.
Bring quality home at Wanakee Furniture ETC.
Known as a passionate artist, known for loving the outdoors, known for getting everyone together. No one wants to be known for cancer, but a treatment can be. Keytruda is known to treat cancer, FDA approved for 16 types of cancer, including certain early-stage cancers. One of those cancers is triple-negative breast cancer. Keytruda may be used with chemotherapy medicines as treatment before surgery, and then continued alone after surgery when you have early-stage breast cancer and are at high risk of it coming back.
Keytruda can cause your immune system to attack healthy parts of your body during or after treatment. This may be severe and lead to death. See your doctor right away if you have cough, shortness of breath, chest pain, diarrhea, severe stomach pain, severe nausea or vomiting, headache, light sensitivity, eye problems, irregular heartbeat, extreme tiredness, constipation, dizziness or fainting, changes in appetite, thirst or urine, confusion, memory problems, muscle pain or weakness, fever, rash, itching or flushing. There may be other side effects. Tell your doctor about all your medical conditions, including immune system problems. If you've had or plan to have an organ or stem cell transplant, receive chest radiation, or have a nervous system problem.
Keytruda is an immunotherapy and is also being studied in hundreds of clinical trials exploring ways to treat even more types of cancer. It's true, Keytruda from Merck. See all the types of cancer Keytruda is known for at Keytruda.com and ask your doctor if Keytruda could be right for you.
Ivisia Dry Eye Drops. Made with hydrating polymers, moisturizing hyaluronic acid, and revitalizing trehalose for instant dryness relief that lasts up to 8 hours. Ivisia, we see a better way.
My late father-in-law lit up a room, but his vision dimmed with age. He had AMD. I didn't know it then, but it can progress to GA, an advanced form of the disease. His struggle with vision loss from AMD made me want to help you see warning signs of GA, like straight lines that seem wavy, blurry or missing visual spots that make it hard to see faces, like this one, or trouble with low light that makes driving at night a real challenge. If you've been diagnosed with AMD and notice vision changes, don't wait. GA is irreversible. It's important to catch it early. Talk to your eye doctor about GA and learn more at gawon'twait.com.
Let the design team at Wanakee Furniture ETC help you find your inspiration and transform your room. Every style, every budget, our creativity, passion, and expertise will help you design your dream space.
Bring quality home at Wanakee Furniture ETC.
Well, take a look at this. A sudden rock slide in Tennessee stunned nearby supermarket shoppers when it went from bad to worse to then this.
Oh, my God.
Christy McCormick was recording when the massive slide happened in the parking lot next to this supermarket in Gatlinburg. The store's manager said no one was injured, and the area has since been cleaned up, but remains blocked off for safety.
So she just decided, oh, I'm just going to hang out here and see what's going on.
There's some little rocks falling.
Right.
Sort of like people filming the pier collapsing yesterday.
Right.
That was convenient.
Yeah. Just maybe go further back a little something. I don't know.
And it snowed in Utah.
There's some of the mountains in northern Nevada, southern Utah, southern Idaho, yes, had snow with the system that was out there that had all the problems for the Burning Man Festival too. So
wow.
Yes, it is a cold system, but we're not going to get that cold. We're just going to get some of the rain with it and some cooler air.
We'll take that.
We'll take the rain.
Yeah, okay. Unfortunately, we need more rain. We're not getting a lot, but we do definitely have cooler temperatures, almost like October-like weather on the way, and that may last for a while. I'll break all that down after the break.
We're cranking up the voltage, Wisconsin. Lottery retailers all around the state are lighting up with the latest limited time offer. During September, there is a 1 in 3 chance the lightning ball strikes a set of 2 plays on Megabucks. When it does, players get an extra number, which means better odds of winning a prize. Jackpot not included. This electric offer is only available for a limited time and only at Wisconsin lottery retailers.
This right here is confidence in a bottle.
Not only does it change you on the outside, but something in the inside, knowing that you're looking better.
It makes me feel so much more confident than I've ever felt in my life.
They are some of the hottest videos on social media. Those videos claiming to instantly get rid of bags under your eyes. Well, today we're going to see one for ourselves and let you be the judge. It's called Plexiderm, and lifestyle expert Annette Figueroa is here to tell us why she says this one is for real.
This one is for real, and I'm so excited. We even have a video, and you'll notice the model has bags underneath his eyes and some sagging, and all he uses is a small amount on a clean, dry face, and that's how easy it is.
All right, what's the active ingredient?
Okay, so it's silicates that are minerals found in shale rock, and what it does is it tightens and lifts the appearance of bags underneath your eyes, and as little as 10 minutes, no prescriptions, and very little effort. Even watching the video, this is a real, it's a model, but it's a real guy with real bags underneath his eyes.
My real true opinion is holy words I can't say on camera. This is absolutely unbelievable. I mean, I could feel it just lifting my skin. It was amazing. It feels good. Feels great. Looks even better.
And I did this to my father. We were at home. So we applied it to his under eye bags. And let me tell you, we were so excited. In under 10 minutes, they visibly disappeared from view. And now it is literally part of both of our daily routines. He calls me every single month saying, "Hey, Annette, I'm out of Plexiderm, please send me more." And not only does it work on the bags, it works on the appearance of crow's feet, fine lines, and wrinkles. The way you want to do it is you want to have a clean, dry face. You use a small amount because it's so powerful. You have high school reunions, you have events you want to go to, you want to look years younger, this is it.
This Labor Day is the best time to try Plexiderm at our starter price of only $14.95. Your solution is at plexidermtrial.com or call the number on your screen.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Yeah, unfortunately, we're not going to get the precipitation a lot that we really need, but we are going to get some tonight and some probably Sunday night through Monday night up next week. But the big thing is we're not expecting significant widespread rain over the next 7 to 10 days, but we will take anything that we can get. The good news, once again, much cooler tomorrow, but much cooler as you go into Thursday. Mild weekend, we'll kind of warm up a little bit, but nothing 90s, and then cooling even next week too. So overall, looks good. The storm that we're tracking right now is the one that's centered out to the west in South Dakota. It's going to spread a cold front. There's your severe thunderstorm watch box in the yellow, and that's what we're tracking for the thunderstorms that eventually some will come through here as they further develop, along with the colder air. If we track that out, really going to see kind of a broken line come through overnight, and then we're going to see showers kind of wrap around this low that'll be overhead through tomorrow with some showers in the afternoon. Cloud cover, extensive cloud cover that'll probably linger through Thursday before we start breaking that up, but the flow will be out of the west, so that's more of a mild flow, not a warm or hot flow that we're going to typically see. The good news is the heat dome has pushed down to the south. Right now we're going to keep that kind of that northwest flow here through Friday. You see by the weekend we'll start warming a little bit up. It'll expand, but not going to be hot at all. The mild conditions will push to the north, and then like I said, towards the early part of the next week we're going to see another shot of some cooler air come down. This one could actually even be colder and pushing a front all the way down to southern U.S. And the other story that you want to watch is the hurricane. Eventually is going to be a hurricane that will approach the southeast coast sometime earlier next week, and all eyes will be on that. By the time we get to Tuesday, Wednesday of next week, really it's starting to be cool, northwest flow. All the heat kind of gets pushed to the south, so that will be another shot. So really no way that we're going to stay any of some of the hot conditions that we've seen for the last 2 weeks with this pattern. Unfortunately, this pattern is not a good one to get really significant rainfall. Overall, this is your 8 to 14 den. You can see Climate Prediction Center giving us a pretty good odds that we're going to be below average. Average temp right now should be about the middle 70s in that time period, so we're going to be low 70s, upper 60s. Unfortunately, like I said, for precipitation, this is kind of what we're expecting maybe tonight, a quarter to a half in some of the areas further north, closer to the low. Further south, scattered nature of the showers and thunderstorms really won't give us much more than a tenth to a quarter, maybe more if we're lucky. This one's for Sunday night through next Monday night. Once again, another opportunity for some rain, a little bit of low confidence, but we're looking at maybe another quarter to maybe a little bit more than that too. So some opportunities, but nothing that's going to break that drought really that we're in currently we're seeing. Overall, as we look at the time out those showers and thunderstorms tonight, we'll see muggy conditions as we see about 9 to 10. We'll start seeing that line approach western Wisconsin. Then after 10, it should start entering It'll break up as it comes through here, but we could see a stronger one or two. Once again, just depends. It's a hit and miss type setup with it as it comes through. So a lot of areas may not see anything. The winds will turn around, and then you notice tomorrow we'll get this wraparound moisture coming back around. So we'll see another opportunity for showers and thunderstorms, probably coming more towards the afternoon hours. And it depends on where this sets up, but we could see cloudy conditions with more showers tomorrow. Not going to be a lot, but we'll definitely see it. You see the temperatures tomorrow, middle 70s, and then by the afternoon, they'll start falling back into the 60s early tomorrow night. So you'll definitely notice a change. Along with those northwest winds, will be some of a change that we'll see. So we look at the temperatures, 69 on Thursday. Extensive cloud cover will definitely feel more like October. We'll warm back up for the weekend. Nothing like we saw last weekend, but we could pop back into the 80s. And then as we look at further, there's another shot of cooler air next week, back in the 60s, which would be a below average, and then maybe warming back up too. But all in all, pretty nice forecast in my opinion, because no 90s are in it, but we just do need the rain. Unfortunately, we're not going to get that piece of it.
All right, so maybe a little bit somewhere.
A little bit, like I said, it's just not enough right now based on what we had, a dry August and obviously a dry May. So we're still deficit on it.
Generally a drier time of the year, isn't it?
It is. September, October, typically can, until we get into later in October. So yes, it is.
Okay.
Looking forward to the cool down.
Oh, I am too.
Thank you.
Well, Labor Day has come and gone.
And that means school is now back in session for many districts across southern Wisconsin. Today was the first day of school for the Madison Metropolitan School District. We were at Chavez Elementary as they opened their doors around 7:30 this morning. And for parents like Valerie Patterson, they've been gearing up for this day for quite some time.
I have just been like getting them back on the school schedule and like out of that summer routine, and then just like prepping them, telling them like how they're getting home from school. We've like done some trial runs on how we get home from school. Like we've like talked about it a lot. We've come up to the school and just like let them play it in the playground. So we've done a lot.
With the heat today, MMSD stayed proactive with extra resources on hand to keep students and staff cool and hydrated.
That's not going to be an issue for anymore.
No.
We have, what, 28 minutes left in the alert
and then it's all
hour.
done.
China is considering placing limits on screen time for kids and teenagers in a bid to curb internet addiction and cultivate, quote, good morality.
All devices will be required to have a built-in minor mode, which would restrict screen time based on age.
Ivan Watson has more on the proposed rules and reaction to them.
It's an all too familiar scene. A child begs his mom for one more minute on her phone. A daily battle over devices. China's answer, minor mode, a proposed law to order tech giants to limit children's screen time and shut off apps. For one tired parent, the proposed rules would be a relief.
This would be wonderful if it were true. There would be less anger between us, mother and son. He just can't keep his phone out of his hands.
Under the new mode, children under 18 will get a maximum of 2 hours on smartphones per day and will be locked out overnight. But Beijing's top-down approach has its critics.
The broader worry I have is that China, under the current leadership, is imposing a very strict cultural moralism on their citizens, which is not going to be necessarily helpful for their personal growth or for the future of the Chinese economy.
As part of China's broader digital crackdown, minors are already banned from gaming on weekdays. Social media apps have time limits, and some parents ship their children off to boot camps to kick internet addiction. Mengtai Zhang, who was sent to one of these camps at 16, says Beijing's latest rules won't work.
Without those structural changes, limiting children's time on video game won't change anything for the addiction. If they find a way to create a more meaningful space for children to spend their time together and have their parents relax from the work, the situation would be much better.
Children are also finding ways around Beijing's rules. This 10-year-old explains.
Some kids use their parents' ID to log in. They never put their phones down. They'll look at it until the battery runs out.
The new guidelines order internet providers to highlight socialist and patriotic content and promote family values. This mom hopes the rules will also mean more outdoor play.
It takes away from your time to play, exercise, and read. It takes away from your time to do more interesting things.
But her son says parents need to lead by example.
It's not easy to control myself, but adults can't either.
Don't speak about us adults. Speak about yourself.
A battle over screen time that's far from over. Ivan Watson, CNN, Hong Kong.
Could you go an hour a day on your phone?
Oh, yes. I could easily give up my phone. I have no problems being without my phone. Go ahead. Go ahead. And when the kids start calling, you get it. It's the best thing ever. No, really. I
Coming
can't
up
do
next
without
on
it.
Live at 4, Consumer Reports picks out the best buys of September.
And then at 5, we talked to the UW-Madison about the pier collapse yesterday. Catherine Merck will have more.
Family's just very important. She's my sister, and we depend on each other a lot.
She's the rock of the family. She's the person who holds everything together.
It's a battle, you know, I'm gonna be there.
Keytruda and chemotherapy meant treating my cancer with 2 different types of medicine.
In a clinical trial, Keytruda and chemotherapy was proven to help people live longer than chemotherapy alone. Keytruda is used to treat more patients with advanced lung cancer than any other immunotherapy. Keytruda may be used with certain chemotherapies as your first treatment. If you have advanced non-squamous non-small cell lung cancer and you do not have an abnormal EGFR or ALK gene. Keytruda can cause your immune system to attack healthy parts of your body during or after treatment. This may be severe and lead to death. See your doctor right away if you have cough, shortness of breath, chest pain, diarrhea, severe stomach pain, severe nausea or vomiting, headache, light sensitivity, eye problems, irregular heartbeat, extreme tiredness, constipation, dizziness or fainting, changes in appetite, thirst or urine, confusion, memory problems, muscle pain or weakness, fever, rash, itching or flushing. There may be other side effects. Tell your doctor about all your medical conditions, including immune system problems. If you've had or plan to have an organ or stem cell transplant, receive chest radiation, or have a nervous system problem.
It feels good to be here for them.
Living longer is possible. It's true. Keytruda from Merck. Ask your doctor about Keytruda.
I suffer with psoriatic arthritis and psoriasis. I was on a journey for a really long time to find some relief. Cosentyx works for me.
Cosentyx helps real people get real relief from the symptoms of psoriatic arthritis or psoriasis. Serious allergic reactions and an increased risk of infections or lowered ability to fight them may occur. Tell your doctor if you have an infection or symptoms, had a vaccine or plan to, or if IBD symptoms develop or worsen.
I move so much better because of Cosentyx.
Ask your rheumatologist about Cosentyx.
Did you get hit with big energy bills this summer? You aren't alone, and we want to help. Because if your house was hot this summer, it's going to be cold this winter. And heating and cooling is by far the biggest energy user in your home. That's why our foam insulation is such a great investment. Our best offer of the year just ended August 31st. But to help you get ready for winter, we're going to extend it until September 22nd. When we foam your walls, we'll insulate your attic for free.
USA Insulation.
At 5, we reveal how schools have changed safety protocols over the years to be more trauma sensitive. Local parents weigh in on how it's impacted their children's education.
Warm temperatures will cool off throughout the evening, and then we have a chance for some storms overnight and tomorrow, along with much cooler temperatures. I'll have the details at 5.
And ahead at 6, a popular pier at the Memorial Union Terrace collapsed yesterday. Tonight, we share how cleanup crews are working to remove the remaining portions. That's coming up at 6.
Giving the weather satellite a spin, it's Phoenix, Arizona. 102.
Oh, it's kind of cooler.
It's a dry heat.
Yes, it is a dry heat. We got that going for us.
With summer coming to an end and kids back in school, now is the perfect time to score some great seasonal deals before the fall and winter holidays.
Consumer Reports reveals some top-rated items with big September savings. Here's our Shane Hogan.
Between Labor Day, back-to-school shopping, and the seasonal shift from summer to fall, September is a month chock full of money-saving opportunities. Consumer Reports tracks the prices of many of its top-tested products all year long, so it knows exactly when they go on deep discount. Here are the top products to look out for in this month's Best Time to Buy.
To kick things off this month, look for Labor Day sales on large appliances like refrigerators and washing machines. And then throughout the month, you'll also see a lot of sales around seasonal items.
Take advantage of those Labor Day sales on appliances with the new refrigerator. This LG fridge is as low as $11.66 at Appliances Connection. CR says this 28-inch wide bottom freezer refrigerator did well in its tests for thermostat control, energy efficiency, and noise. Next, a washing machine that won't break the bank. This LG top loader is as low as $7.98 at the Home Depot, Lowe's, and Wayfair. This washer received excellent scores in CR's tests for energy efficiency, water efficiency, and vibration. And whether it's wildfire smoke, allergies, or virus protection, keep the air clean with an air purifier. The Blue Air Blue Pure 211i Max is as low as $279.99 at Best Buy. CR says this model scored excellent overall in its tests, removing dust and smoke from its test chamber. Take your tailgate to the next level this year with a great grill. This Weber portable grill is as low as $273.12 at Amazon. And finally, as the days get shorter, maybe a smart speaker can help make your at-home time a little more enjoyable. This Amazon Echo Show 8 is as low as $74.99 at Amazon, Best Buy, and Dell. Have a great September. This is Shane Hogan.
Thanks, Shane. We will. Well, COVID is making headlines again, from the First Lady testing positive to some schools going virtual again.
We're going to speak with Dr. Jeff Pothoff from UW Health about the cooler weather and COVID when Live at 4 continues.
Is summer fun on your agenda? If not, it should be, because we are at Wisconsin RV World today with Miss Christine Egan, the lady who knows everything about these beautiful units behind us. 78 years in business, 4-generation family-run business. I know you love this opportunity to help people have fun in the summer. So what are some options of these great things?
You can get anything from a single axle to a bunkhouse to a couples unit to toy hauler, travel trailers, and fifth wheel. The sky's the limit.
I love it so much. You have all of the models on the floor right here. What about solar? People are always wondering about, are these units solar ready?
You can get it with either solar ready or solar on board.
Okay.
Solar on board means that you actually have the solar panels on the roof and ready to go.
Can I get in one of these? Because yeah. I love them so much. Someday I'm gonna have one. Will you show me one?
Yeah, we'll get outside and look.
Christine, every time I'm here, I'm amazed at your selection.
This is one you might really like.
Let's go see it. Hero of your family and make it a fun summer here at Wisconsin RV World. I'm Emmy Fink, and you're buzzed into Madison. Now we just need a deck of cards and a cold beverage. Get over here.
Mark, a little help here?
Oh, keep it down. The noise is making them angry.
Whoa. Hey, I'm not a beekeeper, but I can replace these windows fast.
Feldco will be here for your home renewal needs. Right now, buy one window and you'll get one free, plus no interest until 2025. And we'll get it done Feldco fast.
Buy one window, get one free, and soon. Hurry. Call now.
Call 866 for Feldco.
In a Class 3 casino, you're playing against the house, so there's no guarantee a player has to win. Ever. And in a Class 2 casino, the players play against each other and not the house. So someone always wins.
So you're saying... He's saying if you want to win at something, you have to go to Ho Chunk Gaming Madison, a Class 2 casino where someone has to win.
How about this then?
Ho Chunk Gaming Madison.
Yeah, so far we just had some disabled vehicles along the Beltway and some other areas, but so far not really backing up traffic or causing too many issues right now. Looking to the north, we're not seeing anything down towards Mount Horeb. looking still pretty good for this time of the day. Up to the north, no issues to speak up to the Dells, and down to the south to Janesville, we're also looking good too. Kind of a wrap up, we kind of forgot about August, wrapping up what we saw. It was a dry month. Rainfall was pretty lacking, high temp 96. Overall, about 3 degrees above 90, that's about 2. So not that hot, but overall the rain deficit is good. And then the summer months, which are June, July, and August, we've kind of wrapped that up. A noticeable thing is the deficit in precipitation, which was really June and August, because if you remember, July actually was wet. We had that. But overall, temperature-wise, not that too bad, just one record high, and that was the 96. Record low, if we step over the cross, was 38 way back in June, which we'll see those temperatures not too far off in the distance, you guys.
Yeah, going in that direction, not the 96. All right, Greg, thank you. Freddie Mercury's piano will be auctioned off tomorrow. The singer-composer of the composed the 1975 Queen epic Bohemian Rhapsody on this black Yamaha piano. Thousands of items belonging to the late Queen frontman are being sold at several separate auctions, but the piano's the main draw. Sotheby's estimates the piano will go for between $2.5 to $3.8 million. I'd love to have that.
Yeah, play some chopsticks on it.
Well, marijuana is the most commonly used drug in the country. And while many studies have focused on the potential medical benefits, new research looks at a drug that curbs marijuana use for those who've become dependent on the drug.
27-year-old Roosevelt Bennett says he struggled to get tasks accomplished after becoming dependent on marijuana. He says he used the drug since he was 17. So when he learned about a drug trial to treat the overuse of marijuana, he took a chance.
With the growing advent of legalization of marijuana, there is this thought that people can be addicted to marijuana. It affects their function, it affects their work, it affects their learning, it affects their relationships.
The CDC warns marijuana use could negatively impact the health of your brain, heart, and lungs. In the case of Bennett, who is a content creator, he says his productivity suffered, but after participating in the study, for which he was paid $2,000, he says he saw a marked improvement. Bennett admits he still occasionally smokes, but not nearly as much as before, and hopes sharing his story can help others.
Well, as we let me try that again. As we reported at the top of this broadcast, First Lady Jill Biden has tested positive for COVID for the second time.
The president is still testing negative, but this all brings COVID back to the top of mind, especially with school starting again.
UW Health's Chief Quality Control Officer, Dr. Jeff Potoff, joins us for his weekly visit. Welcome back to you.
Good to see you guys.
It's not unheard of to get COVID more than once.
No, I think if anything, this far into COVID-19, it's probably more the norm where people are getting it for the second time, sometimes even the third time.
So what are we hearing about COVID now that school started? And we did get a little, some hearing about an increase of COVID cases in the past month.
I think that will likely continue. So no surprise to anyone, but we haven't had much of a surge in COVID in a long time. A lot of people haven't seen COVID in a while, or if they were vaccinated, that immunity is starting to wear down a little bit as we approach this fall. To see more cases, not necessarily unusual, but that is what we're seeing kind of across the country, an increase in COVID cases. What we're seeing is probably an underreporting of total cases just because our data systems aren't nearly as robust as they were during the pandemic. Hospitalizations up a little bit, intensive care just a little bit, but even less. I think what it really kind of speaks to is as we go into fall and we get word of new boosters likely available to us the end of September, those are probably going to be a good thing to keep up on, like get those boosters just to reduce that risk of severe illness if you happen to run into COVID this fall.
Because I've got all my shots and I got COVID as well, but I wasn't that sick.
Right. Right, and that really is kind of the thing. Early on, when we first had vaccines, they were so good that they even stopped symptoms from happening. Those days are bygone with all the different mutations, but the vaccines are still really effective in preventing severe disease. So big difference between like I feel kind of lousy for a few days, I have a sore throat, maybe a headache, versus like I'm going to the hospital and now they're talking about admitting me. That's the real benefit of the boosters, is to drop down that severe disease.
It seems like some schools are getting a little bit lax with their COVID policies. It might make some parents uncomfortable. Some might be like, okay, well, we're just treating this like the normal cold or a flu. What is it time that parents just, we're just going to do our own thing?
Yeah, I think, a lot of people, I think, are just kind of like done with like hardcore mitigation. And the science for most folks, so most folks meaning, good immune systems, maybe they've been vaccinated or they've had COVID, they've got some protection. The risk of severe disease is lower. I think who that leaves out, though, are the severely immunocompromised or those individuals who have higher risk. They're in a situation where they're likely not going to see widespread mask usage or things like that. Certainly, they can do the things that they have in their control to stay safe, whether it's wearing an N95, making sure they're up to date on boosters, but the world's a little bit more dangerous place for them just because we're likely not to see widespread masking or things like that, because for a lot of people maybe not as necessary, but for some people it would be helpful.
And it's a different world now than it was back in 2020.
Absolutely. Back in 2020, we were all COVID-19 naive. Like, none of us had any immunity against it. And that's where we saw a lot of people getting really sick and a lot of people dying, so many so that hospital systems were being overwhelmed. That's not what we're seeing right now. We're seeing cases go up, but not nearly at the rate we saw in the past. And we're not seeing as many people get so sick that they're dying from COVID-19. So the rate of cases is manageable. And most people have some immunity against COVID-19. There's very few people in the world who haven't come across COVID-19 either through infection or a vaccine at this point.
And we all sort of, it sort of went in the background, but when the First Lady gets it, now it's back front of mind again.
I think so, and I think even this latest kind of increase in cases is kind of, in the background because we're just so used to COVID. And for a lot of people, they'll be okay, but I think it is a good reminder that, this disease is still with us, so we exist with it, and we need to do the things that keep us safe from it, namely these booster shots, which will likely be announced sometime in the next couple weeks.
Get the shot.
Get the shot.
All right.
All right. Thank you very much for visiting us again.
You bet.
Well, the final check your forecast coming up.
Postmenopausal women with HR-positive, HER2-negative metastatic breast cancer are living longer with Kisqali. So long live family time. Long live dreams. And long live you. Kisqali is a pill proven to help women live longer when taken with an aromatase inhibitor. And Kisqali helps preserve quality of life, so you're not just living, you're living well. Kisqali can cause lung problems or an abnormal heartbeat, which can lead to death. It can cause serious skin reactions, liver problems, and low white blood cell counts that may result in severe infections. Avoid grapefruit during treatment. Tell your doctor right away if you have new or worsening symptoms, including breathing problems, cough, chest pain, a change in your heartbeat, dizziness, yellowing of the skin or eyes, dark urine, tiredness, loss of appetite, abdomen pain, bleeding, bruising, fever, chills, or other symptoms of an infection, a severe or worsening rash, or plan to become pregnant or breastfeeding. Long live hugs and kisses. Ask about Kisqali, and long live life.
A 33-year-old woman has fenders and a new headlight installed on her bike, but the parts are badly designed and cause her to crash. She never walks again. She decides to hire Habish, & Rotier, and she receives $14.5 million. The Habish team negotiates with the headlight manufacturer in Germany, the fender company in Hong Kong, the fender designer in Madison, and the bike shop in Seattle. It is literally the opposite of one phone call and a quick settlement. Habish, & Rotier, national reputation, hometown service.
You should Angie that.
Angie what?
Angie that. It means connecting with skilled professionals for all your home projects, from repairs to renovations, so you can get the most out of your home. Get started today at Angie.com.
We're tracking a chance of storms and much cooler temperatures for the next couple of days. I'll have the details at 5.
Then we reveal how local schools have changed safety protocols over the years to be more trauma sensitive. That's coming up next.
Chief Meteorologist Gary Canulti here. Alert days are ahead for high heat and humidity. Stay safe, hydrate, and avoid outdoor activities. Wear light clothes, use air conditioning, check neighbors, and track the weather on the News 3 Now or First Warn Weather app.
Yeah, we're expecting a broken line of scattered showers and thunderstorms to come sometime after 9 for western areas, maybe around the Madison area, closer to midnight. That'll come through the area. Should be dry as you wake up for your morning commute. We'll have more showers tomorrow, Temperatures, however, will be just in the mid-70s, and that really will be around the noontime. Even cooler to the west, just to an extensive cloud cover and that northwest wind, and those temperatures even drop further as we go to Thursday. Once again, cloud cover will be the rule. That day was 69. We climb back a little bit for the weekend, nothing like we saw last weekend, and then another shot for cooler air too. As you see, our temperature average continues to fall each day, and it's a sign of things to come here pretty soon.
All right, thank you. On the next Live at 4, we'll preview our new sports program, Wisconsin Huddle, with Braylon Allen.
And we're off to the races with Jeannie Mose. It's not the fastest T-Rex she's watching, it's the slowest.
What did you get?
A 94.
That's good. AAA Auto Insurance scored a 94 on member satisfaction.
What? AAA Auto Insurance?
Uh-huh. You can't shush the truth, people. You can't shush the truth.
AAA Auto Insurance. Expect something more.
Known as a loving parent. Known for lessons that matter. Known for being a free spirit. No one wants to be known for cancer, but a treatment can be. Keytruda is known to treat cancer, FDA approved for 16 types of cancer. One of those cancers is advanced non-squamous, non-small cell lung cancer, where Keytruda is approved to be used with certain chemotherapies as your first treatment if you do not have an abnormal EGFR or ALK gene.
Keytruda can cause your immune system to attack healthy parts of your body during or after treatment. This may be severe and lead to death. See your doctor right away if you have cough, shortness of breath, chest pain, diarrhea, severe stomach pain, severe nausea or vomiting, headache, light sensitivity, eye problems, irregular heartbeat, extreme tiredness, constipation, dizziness or fainting, changes in appetite, thirst or urine, confusion, memory problems, muscle pain or weakness, fever, rash, itching or flushing. There may be other side effects. Tell your doctor about all your medical conditions, including immune system problems. If you've had or plan to have an organ or stem cell transplant, receive chest radiation, or have a nervous system problem.
Depending on the type of cancer, Keytruda may be used alone or in combination with other treatments, and is also being studied in hundreds of clinical trials exploring ways to treat even more types of cancer. It's true. Keytruda from Merck. See all the types of cancer Keytruda is known for at Keytruda.com and ask your doctor if Keytruda could be right for you.
Ivisia Dry Eye Drops. Made with hydrating polymers, moisturizing hyaluronic acid, and revitalizing trehalose for instant dryness relief that lasts up to 8 hours. Ivisia, we see a better way.
Salonpas, makers of powerful pain relief patches for 89 years, believes in continuous improvement, like rounded corners that resist peeling, with an array of active ingredients and sizes to relieve your pain. Salonpas, it's good medicine.
What did you get?
A 94.
That's good. AAA Auto Insurance scored a 94 on member satisfaction.
What? AAA Auto Insurance?
Uh-huh. You can't shush the truth, people. You can't shush the truth.
AAA Auto Insurance. Expect something more.
In today's Final Touch, for some people, a baseball game can seem to go on forever.
Well, we found a game that went on forever. A group of 60 in Kansas City wrapped up a game at noon today. It started on Thursday morning of last week. It's one for the record books, the Guinness Book, no less. It was the world's longest baseball game ever, and for a good cause. 30 players are put on each side with groups divided up to play in 4-hour increments. No players were allowed to leave the site for the record to count. As of last night, the group had already beat the world record of 83 hours, which was set in Canada. There were RVs and showers sites so the players can sleep and get cleaned up. They played under the Endless Game Foundation, which is a nonprofit that raises money mainly through auctions and distributes it to multiple charities.
Oh, that is a good cause.
It's a good cause. A long game, though. Extra innings. All right, that's our time for now. Thanks for watching. We'll see you back here again tomorrow. News 3 Now at 5 starts right now.